The war in Ukraine is all about supplies and logistics, and Russia is severely setting themselves up for failure, and here's why. At the time of making this video, Kyiv and other major cities are being bombarded from the air because Russia's supply chain is trash. Usually Russia is very tank heavy and artillery heavy. That's why so many civilian populations are getting taken out, unfortunately. But we're going to look at to why Russia's supply operations are doing horrible. They have this 40-mile long convoy with tons of reports of them not able to move, running out of gas, running out of food and water, and also running out of morale. But what is a convoy logistics train? The main elements of the convoy logistics is going to be your fuel, your ammo, and your rations. Those are your supply guys. And that at the basic level, you need fuel, you need ammunition, and you need rations to operate at the basic level. That doesn't necessarily involve your medical supplies because you can go without them if you have to. But the also main element of a whole convoy, including your supply guys, you're going to have your reconnaissance force, you're going to have your main assault force, and then you're going to have the logistics guys or the supply guys. But here's where Russia is messing up with that whole 40-mile convoy and a lot of their other convoys. As you can see here, they are just stacked all together, all bunched up together, no spacing, and they are set up with their light infantry guys in the front, their heavy guys in the middle, and their supplies in the back. But the issue with that is there's absolutely no spacing, so that means it doesn't make a difference where you're placed at all. And all this information is coming from guys who were in the Iraqi invasion and also from Desert Storm. They know a thing or two about invading a country. They know a thing or two about logistical supply chains. Everything they're doing from an outside perspective looking at Russia is absolutely wrong. They're standing in the middle of roadways with no defensive postures. This is the proper movement you should have for a logistical supply chain, and we're looking at it right now. You can see here, you have your reconnaissance forces in the front, or your cavalry scouts. You got your main assault guys in the middle, and the main assault guys are ready to go help out the recon, but they're also maintaining a defensive posture with their supply guys. Russia is not maintaining defensive postures. Their only defense is the fact that Ukraine does not have UAVs or jets to take out that 40-mile convoy or any other convoys. Now, what happens once you want to invade and take out the target, such as Russia wants to take out Kyiv? This is the proper way to do it. Once reconnaissance gets attacked, as you can see from this chart, they bow out from the back, they retreat back, and the main assault force pushes forward, indicated by those red arrows. Now, sometimes there are cases, especially in Afghanistan, in the last 3 years of the Afghanistan war, U.S. military forces would purposely get attacked so they can find the enemy. And it looks like Russia might be doing this because there is kind of a bit of an insurgency in Ukraine. Not so much yet, but Russia may be wanting to get attacked so they can find that target and take it out, either by the air or by land. But this is really the proper way you should be moving. Everyone's spaced. Everyone's in proper defensive and offensive postures. Now, what happens with your supply guys in the back once you take over your target? You can see here indicated, once the purple target has been taken over, you create what's called a waypoint. And a waypoint is where people can come in and out, resupply, and go back to the front. Russia seems to not be understanding this concept because they are a bordering country to Ukraine, but they still have columns that are just stuck and not able to move. That is what's going on right now with this 40-mile long convoy, and why they are not able to get to Kyiv. They literally are not operating correctly. And then you can see with the green target, reconnaissance forces push up, you then have your main assault force, and you have your supply force move up with the rest of the forces. But that supply force that moved out of the purple target, they are still resupplying. They're always resupplying with the waypoint guys, and the waypoint guys are resupplying with the other guys back in Belarus or in Russia. The main people who made this a thing were the Romans and the Greeks. We still copy their supply chain tactics today. So we really got to give credit to the Romans and the Greeks. The Russians really have to figure out a way to dig into those history books, learn about a thing or two about supply chains, because Russia really has no excuse, considering they are a neighboring country and they can get all of their supplies literally by just walking on the other side of the border. But luckily for Ukraine, Russia is still not able to figure this out, and Ukraine knows this. Luckily for Russia, Ukraine does not have any jets to airstrike that 40-mile convoy right now.